Radiant team ban.
Poquito, poquito.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Starting best of 3 today.
Radiant
it's Thunderbirds
team
versus
ban.
SG Esports. I'm Coda for Beyond the Summit, and I'm joined by the Water Boy himself, Lacoste. Welcome, my friend. How are you feeling today?
Hello, my friend, and hello to all the beautiful players all around the world. I'm good. I'm hyped. This is what we're waiting for. So,
5 seconds remaining.
Treant Protector.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
well, I was trying to join two of them, but they had some business to do before that, so I had to step aside, just enjoy the view, and then join them. No, I'm kidding. That was I can't remember which LAN in Germany. It was long ago. We were just chilling there, and that's pretty much it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Matchup, as you know, there's a lot of server discussion. There's a new kind of rule happening with the Summit Qualifier that for a lot of the South American teams, we are going to be giving them the option to have a South American server for game number 2. This one got a bit interesting between pre-discussed. Obviously, I wasn't there for these discussions, so I down, but apparently it was pre-agreed upon between the managers that they were going to be using US East, and US East for all 3 games. Thunderbirds are playing currently in the West. Actually, they're probably like 20 minutes from where I am right now. And obviously, for SG, they're coming from South America. Apparently, their connection to US East is better, obviously, than US West. So they all came to an agreement that they were going to US East all the way through. Apparently, though, Tavo did not like this, or was not about this for whatever reason, Lacoste, and he dipped. And now we have a sub. So.
Yeah, that's correct. We've been waiting for him for like 15 minutes. First he had some kind of PC problem, then I guess he didn't want to play because he has too much of a ping, and then they swapped they swapped him out for a player from Club Midas Elite, and it's not allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed, but good guy Thunderbirds agreed that he can play, and the admins agreed on it, so we're good to go.
It's obviously unfortunate that we had to be starting our awesome hype playoff day with a chunk of delay right there. A lot of things had to get agreed upon and hammered out, and you know, shouts to Thunderbirds. They were very patient because of the delay, and as you were kind enough to let SG Esports play with the sub. It should never be about the teams kind of making these decisions, but we really needed to get the games going. We didn't want to have to start things off with a
Dire team
so let's get into the action, folks. It's game number 1, and it's going to be Thunderbirds on the Dire side, picking up the Treant Protector and then going right into an Alchemist. Okay, then. And on the side of SG, they will be sporting an early pickup of Dazzle and then following it up with their own
10 seconds
Bounty Hunter
remaining.
Yeah, Treant Protector, kind of a normal pick for Thunderbirds. I didn't expect Alchemist to be picked so early. We didn't see any of the Alch bans so far from what I saw in the previous days. Past 3 or 4 days. Seems like Thunderbirds, what they're saying actually is we're taking this super seriously and we want to win.
It really does. I mean, if you're pulling an Alchemist, especially in American qualifiers, there's definitely something, and it's you want
Reserve
and you
time.
want to get the win right away.
Warchief.
No fussing around here for Thunderbirds. I don't really blame them. There's a
Dire
lot of
team,
Dota happening
dire
this week.
team
Multiple
pick.
qualifiers, Epicenter, Subbit, Zotac, and all sorts of that nature. Trying to get to as many as possible and try to earn themselves the right to be maybe secure a trip to TI, the biggest, most
10 seconds remaining.
of the year. Here we go now. SG now segueing into their second
5
phase of
seconds
pickups. They're going to go right for
remaining.
the Centaur Warrunner. So be their initiator. They needed a stun. They got one now.
Reserve
a beefcake to
time.
be able to get
Reserve
in and out of the fight when necessary. What's the interaction now between Creon's Root and Stampede? Root first, then Stampede. Are you still kind of stuck in your spot?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. It's, you know, it's a little finicky there, but what do you think about the Centaur pick overall?
Oh, Centaur kind of fallen off because of the Aghanim Scepter. It was nerfed from 70%, and right now it's, I'm not sure if it's 50 or 40, but it's still viable. But usually Centaur players decide to go for something else.
Isn't it crazy to think that when this hero first came out with that Aghanims, that, what was it, 80%? I'm pretty sure 80% was the number they landed on to start with that damage reduction, and then it got whittled down all the way to that, what, 40% now.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like no one reads the change logs for for Dota. It's like, okay, we're gonna add the 80% chance damage, not chance, 80% damage reduction on this hero, and he's not picked for like half a year.
Suddenly, the one day comes, a Dota 2 captain says, let's go ahead and try this guy out. Maybe in a scrim, maybe in a practice, maybe even in a pub. Recognize the power, and they start throwing it into that Rolodex of drafts that they like. And then IceFrog realizes he made a big mistake and has to tweak those
Reserve
real
time.
fast. That is what happened to Centaur, and now we find him in kind of the middle tier area of offlaners. Thunderbirds since then have been able to sneak up the Witch Doctor for themselves, affordable support, and could turn out pretty nice as they do follow it up with now a Bat Rider, some lockdown provide, and since then the mighty Terrorblade.
Yeah, Terrorblade combined with the Dazzle, always good to have. You can pull off Sunder really easily, just change the whole fight with it. On the side of Thunderbirds, look at all that heal. I mean, Alchemist just alone is super scary if he gets farm, and he will get farm eventually. With Treant Protector, Living Armor, and Witch Doctor heal, I mean, that hero can sustain like a minute in a fight without dying.
Yeah, sustain's pretty out of control.
10 seconds remaining.
Something that SG are try to find their way to fight
5
through.
seconds
Feels like they're
remaining.
pulling together some sort of heavy objective, almost 5-man. Bristleback.
Reserve time.
You know,
Reserve time.
bit intriguing here. Kind of says something about what they are looking, trying to kind of more close together, take long-winded fights, and take the objective. I could be overreading. We have Thunderbirds last ban right now, as SG are going to be looking mid lane, something to possibly be going Alchemist.
Yeah, well, Thunderbirds can go for Jug as well, more heal, just some burst damage, a good late game. It's good against Centaur on the lane as well.
Jug is just, you know, always a great pick when you need core. Just
Yeah.
before he
10
is like the
seconds remaining.
definition of the original like Dota 2.
5 seconds remaining.
Outside of that, he could be, you know,
Reserve
either that or
time,
some way to
reserve
kind of
time.
deal with the whether it be a way to get some heavy bursts to finish him off before a Sunder is there or a Grave is there. Jump the back lines, maybe to take care of the Dazzle beforehand. Mjolnir candidate that can help rip through the.
Yeah, that's everything you mentioned. That's a Juggernaut, but they might still go for like a hero like an Axe or Righty.
Radiant
which,
team pick.
We're not going to be doing the old classic Alk mid lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be Weeha on that Queen of Pain on mid, and safe lane Alk. Well, Alta will get pretty much the same amount of farm as he gets on mid, less levels, but with Treant Protector and Witch Doctor against Centaur, it's just a free farm for Alk. Maybe an Invoker for SG. They showed some good performance yesterday.
Yeah, it was funny because we were leading up to that point yesterday. Invoker at all. We got to consider the fact they are going to be playing with a sub, and I don't know how that's going to be changing roles. I saw a murmur that it could be likely we see D shift gears over to that offlane position for Tavo.
10 seconds
and then
remaining.
Their sub steps in for the support position.
5
I'm not too sure.
seconds
So
remaining.
Yeah,
that plays a factor.
Ursa Warrior.
Fighter to be able to alchemist.
So what is it gonna be? A Terrorblade on mid?
If he gets that ideal matchup where one and he can throw out that ridiculous, very troublesome, but versus a Queen of
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still thinking it could be an alchemist mid, and that's what they're hoping for. It does look like there's some bounty hunter. King RD is indeed quite a switch up here.
Yeah, well, they switch players, so they have to switch roles because he's not an offlane player. Their sub.
Remaining.
Yeah, I can't remember Maya's Club Elite. Probably playing the 4 or C4. Back on his.
He's playing
support
position 5.
Oh, okay.
So position 5/4. It's always like that. So bound counter is his role already. Maybe they will swap. I mean, Ursa doesn't do good against Queen of Pain. Neither does Terrorblade, but Terrorblade is better than Ursa in every aspect because, I mean, Terrorblade at least has a range form, can use it in the first minute to just get the first 2 waves, and then he can switch to Forest. On the other side, if Ursa is mid, it's kind of meh. 100% time melee, yeah.
They may have the bounty hunter hang around to poke about a bit, but I would imagine Thunderbirds prepped with some sentry wards if necessary. It's going to be a very interesting early game to watch, certainly for SG. But let's get into it, folks. This is going to start our very first game of the day. We did have a little bit of delay, so apologies about that, but we are on playoff time now for Summit 7 American qualifiers. We have Thunderbirds going against SG Esports for our first best of 3. And then after this, we're going to be going into the next playoff matchup, which is, of course, TNP. Chaos. Super hype day of Dota. Did have to blow past a lot of the other that group stage. Only one of these teams qualified.
Sadly. Yeah.
Sadly.
My
And
thanks.
gotta get the opportunity to come chill at the house with some of the hottest dudes block.
You-
Pass on that.
Yeah, you know what you should do, like just give them room so they can be there. I mean, if they can't compete, at least for those who want to be there, just chill. They should be allowed to come. Yeah.
And see what you missed. They would rather do that, not go and play Dota. Here, though, we're going to see some early movement. Nothing surprising here. To the top lane to join on that Alchemist.
The battle begins.
SG, it is Ben on his top lane, the lead, hanging out with his buddy Cat, aka C4 Dazzle, and it looks like there's also bottom VR Hairblade matchup against Pain. Yes, he is with that minor pain advantage, but SG have really been kind of making the best of it. Games and recently getting that shutdown against Complexity.
Yeah, SG really played well against Complexity yesterday. Was it Complexity?
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, that mid matchup, I mean, look at Terrorblade. He's in the range form, will get pretty much the whole way with it. Kind of easy to last hit. He has a Quelling Blade as well. But after the form is gone, he's gonna have a problem against that Queen of Pain, especially when the level 2 Shadow Strike is on.
Yeah, he has the PMS, but he's just so damn weak. Terrorblade is seriously like made him. 520 life, the one Shadow Strike, he's already below health. He might have to go hit the Shrine, probably pretty early in this lane. Probably something he had expected. Oh, top! That's the last second, but it is going to be abandoned to step in and get Courier take Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, you were saying Terrorblade made of paper, 11 armor.
I mean, he's made of paper that is inside a very strong binder, okay?
Alrighty.
The armor does help, you know, a little bit with the physical, but this is Queen of Pain we're talking about here. Scream of Pain's going to be coming online, and his armor's not going to.
Yeah, Treant Protector on top. Did they force him to use a Shrine? Not yet. Centaur should be really careful. Has a half HP though. Poor man's shield up. But, oh, if they get a stun on.
Their blocking is full, the Coconut flies, it finds connection, the bounce actually comes back, but it is going to be the first blood of the game. They also have Bounty Hunter Kurt getting in the face of Moonmian. The double stack for himself. That pie.
Nice. Well, Bounty Hunter is did kill the chicken, and he still has no experience though. But he's getting the bounty runes. Yeah, that's why he's called the Bounty Hunter.
Got the Courier kill too, so even though he's lacking the XP, still doing work for the team overall. But you're right, he's gonna have to buckle down, get that going. Top lane King RD fending off some harassment coming his way with a good little stomp, but the pressure is certainly on, and the Alchemist kind of coasting his way through that top lane. Check back at mid lane. He at 8-4 to ER Terribly 1. No surprise, Seaweehaw beginning to take off at the moment.
Yeah, well, Terrorblade lasted long on that mid, the full 2.5 minutes, and he is back to jungle. Well, he can stand on the lane when the Metamorphosis is up. When it's not, he should be in the jungle.
Sentry ward here on the Bounty Hunter. Top lane. Doxa. Got out some moment. Big red winner of the CS game is HFN here down at the bottom of this one-on-one matchup against Meander sporting 5 and 10. Jungle on the side, making those stacks that we saw. Good offshore account.
Yeah, HFN went for Windlace and just straight to face boot, so he wants to have as much movement speed as he has against the Bat Rider. Pretty good build. Also, look at his skill build, not 1 point in Overpower. He wanted to have 2 in Earth Shock. But this is really good build when you want to get a solo kill off.
Top lane, King RD gonna have to pop out the stun, and Doxa makes his move with resolution. It looks like they should be able to get the score. He finishes out the double edge, but Valdi's been committed, and it is all Thunderbirds for this gank attempt.
Yeah, look at Dazzle's XP. He was lacking 1 creep to get level 3, and he would have a grave there. It would be a different story if there was a grave.
Do you think it was overconfidence at all going in for that point into the poison touch, or did they really think they were going to be able to get the upper hand in that bottom lane? What if he went with the grave early, no poison touch?
Well,
good stun in, double edge, the slow for the poison, and the Shuriken toss also helps out. The living armor does come out, but it's not going to be good enough for the save. Themselves on the board.
Yeah, well, Dazzle could have gone for just Shadow Wave and Shallow Grave build, and then get it on level 3 if needed, just to set up a gank, double slow, Orb of Venom, Jinada when he gets it on Bounty Hunter. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, here we go again. Top lane, as Resolution steps in, he gets hit with a hard heal bomb. King RD helps set it up with the stomp, but he himself now. Good pop shots coming out. Step off. It is going to be a Thunderbird. Bounty Hunter can't allow themselves to get extended in the life without
Radiant's
backup
middle
nearby.
tower is under attack.
Oh.
Are able to Thunderbirds.
Yeah, we'll still see, still have to see, Queen of Pain getting Invis rune. This is the best that she could have got. They have no vision on her.
Bounty Hunter walks back towards the bounty rune, and little does he know they had that sentry there planted. The second he does that step back, Doxa can step in. One now.
Yeah, Misery went for 2 points in Maledict. So they want to have like a good kill potential with a good slow from Treant Protector, some Acid Spray. They have also good kill potential, but so does SG. It depends how they want to play it. I mean, Dazzle is level 4 now, and Shellgrave is on, but they don't have any sentries. Oh, the one is placed right now.
Drop it, there, King RD is trying to deal with this.
Radiant's middle tower is
Looks
under
like he'll be
attack.
able to gobble up a lot of the money. Full aggro set. Is level 7 now. No mana for the Sonic Wave, but I imagine something has an Invis in his body and TP scrolls.
Going back to Shrine, Invis gonna TP top and try to get at least a triple kill.
Yeah, definitely. Now hitting that Shrine, top action could break him down entirely. They trade sentries once again. How's on route? See how long SG risk hanging around. King already is so low. Hope Cat's gonna be there in time for the grave. He heads towards the side shop right now.
He's already behind them.
From behind, could get the snipe. Goes for it. Sonic Wave's gonna be there. The stun comes out though. And now they look to turn it around onto Weehaw. He's able to get the double edge off, but it will not be enough for the finish. Living will come out.
Whoa.
Successful protect.
Yeah, that's a big mistake from Dazzle. He actually casted the Poison Touch and Heal instead of, and then didn't have mana for Shellgrave. They could have gotten the Queen of Pain there.
Could have gotten the Queen of Pain and
yeah.
obviously not suspecting Weehaw to suddenly be there at that moment with the Invis. Fortunate knee-jerk reactions and non-calculation of mana led back to the drawing board that they go. Ooh.
Oh!
He blinked in for it, goes for the TP, and will make it out.
Oh, that was unfortunate for Ursa. He went back, didn't expect actually Queen of Pain to be there. He has enough gold for Blink Dagger though, so we expect some movement from him.
He's been kind of almost neglected, and just up to his devices, allowed him to get this dagger in pretty solid timing, and allow a little bit of snowball potential. Pair that together with, well, I was going to say the track, hopefully. This boy at Tome and try to get him to level 6.
Yeah, he needs 2 tomes to get to level 6.
Radiant's middle tower
Ursa TPing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Keeping back to base to a shrine. Smoke is popped. Another courier kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nicely done once again. On the Blink Dagger, where's it going to be?
Radiant's middle tower
is taking his business all the way towards the top lane. While that happens, Weehaw has been able to snipe down the tower in the mid lane here. We're going to keep eyes at top. The bear is running and he is angry. And he hates Misery. Chomps him down with little to no effort, and now the pressure is going to be on Resolution. Swing and a miss on the stun though, and they hit him up with the living armor. Now with rotations coming out, HFN is eating way too much damage. He's attempting to run away, but Weehaw's the one to show up, and he can chase on.
There's Grave. Can he make it?
Save him! He's not able to get there for the Grave, and he's going to get Sonic blasted down. Please at least Grave yourself.
Whoa!
He does not have a TP scroll either.
Whoa, man! Whoa!
They're going to chase him down and just get the easy finish.
Ursa dropped a Blink Dagger, man, and tried to pick it up so he can blink away, but Resolution picked it up.
Oh no! Oh, are you serious?
Yes. Yep. Daunting. Or he was trying to pick it up so he could blink away, actually. Not take damage. It's a disaster.
Oh, no. Okay, then. Well, that changes a lot of things. Ursa's poor net worth drops all the way back down. Way up. All right, what kind of deficit are SG going to be able to play themselves in? Back to the grind.
So you need to farm another blink dagger. Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Man, too bad Dota doesn't have like a Shackton of that would be kind of like blue. Fortunately, not one to laugh at if you're a big. We'll send him back a bit, but let's see what they can do to fight their way back into it. Look at this.
Oh.
Got resolution. It's a little low, but oh, he gets hit during the armlet toggle, but unfortunately he toggles it once again, and now he can pop his ult to walk away. Very close opportunity there for the bounty.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to feel about this game anymore. I mean, this stuff usually doesn't happen. I mean, you don't just lose your blink.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
ST to try to make it out of it. Moon has a blink dagger though, and now it's ED. And now it's Hawk tied. Nice little tear blade here, but not a lot of damage. Just walk away, still has a Sunder, decides to turn the Stampede will come out, but the poor little cat is going to get blasted apart. Misery also going to be going down though, as King RD gets that kill in the top time.
Yeah, well, he used that Stampede for them on mid to escape and got the kill.
Props King RD. Farming his way up towards that ever so loving green item. Nice thing is Saka can build his way towards the Medallion Solar Crest, and I imagine he could be one of the first candidates probably for that Agnum
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, definitely. He is the best candidate for Aghanim Scepter if the game drags. I mean, that's a huge step back, losing that Blink Dagger. Ursa went for Morbid Mask and is trying to get back into the game by killing the Roche.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Yeah, we didn't talk. Yeah, didn't mention Terrorblade once. He has a good farm. Has Dragonlance, almost same amount as Queen of Pain. Dragonlance, working towards Manta style, pretty classic build for him. Queen of Pain on the other side has Yule Scepter. He wants to get rid of that track. Can go in, it's like super good item in this game. Can Yule Dazzle, so he can Grave, can Yule also Ursa when he uses ultimate.
Happy to be obligated to the bottom lane push for now. A lot of tension. SG has been here in the top lane. Toxic. Stock. D is by. Build that way towards the Blink Dagger once again. So.
Once again.
This, they got the next here, but they make the immediate jump to go onto the Bat Rider. Now they can follow it up with a Soxa takedown. That's a track money in the bank for SG. And they'll follow it up. This will definitely fill the pocket back up for him.
Yeah. Ursa has enough money to buy a second Blink Dagger. Not things you usually say like double blink dagger.
Imagine if they're able to kind of pull it off and come back and HFN finds a way to do like a godlike streak. That would be pretty impressive to say. Circumstances early on. Even now he's able to fend off a rotation to the top lane, and this could quickly turn into 2 towers taken down. ADR has a lot of metamorphosis to pump out, and they're going to be able to get pretty dang low. And meanwhile, Weehaw has been able to do something with the bottom lane. They turn back around with the resolution, and they burst him down. Stampede is going to be coming out as Blue Mix dive in. HFN has to wait for the fences as he has that agent. Now they're going to be committing it for the last one. Grab him about it. He can hit the grave. Tries to walk out the other direction. Sonic Wave gonna get committed. HFN tearing apart Weehaw and taking him out of the game. HFN angry about the blink dagger.
He's gonna go on Saksa as well.
They drop the sentry ward and now they look to make their move. I think RD is far.
Oh.
Quite get close enough. HFN hit it with the Earth Shock. Oh no. Comes up a bit short. Still there chasing. Trying to go for a TP, I guess, but stacks are still there. Solution's coming. Forces to pop out the ulti, tries to turn, but the stun comes out. Rune. No, he gets hit up with the rune, and looks like they finally will be able to bring down the big bad bear.
Well, still how amazingly good the SG is doing. Queen of Pain went in. I guess he thought he can't die there, but Centaur did a good stomp there, and Ursa just following up. Also, Bounty Hunter was providing vision for the whole team, so at every point they knew where they were. Also, they have a look at the ward in the enemy jungle.
That's a nice ward. Gem for his timing for that. Wards nearby and safety.
If you look at the supports, I mean Dazzle is the poorest one, but Dazzle does so much more than Witch Doctor, who's sitting only on Tranquil Boots. Also, Treant Protector doesn't have that much gold either. 3k gold only. I mean, it's those track kills that they got in the past few minutes.
Both him and Witch Doctor, they're not notoriously known
Radiant's
for being
top tower is under
At least
attack.
you can throw out a coconut into a wave and get some gold going your way, but staff. The other tower though will be going down for SG, and now the move is made from the Thunderbirds. Moving in is going to be Weehaw, no hard commitment yet. Now the Dust is going to be popping, looks like they have to get the spot. Bounty on the Dazzle, he cancel on his TP. The root will be there. Find the connection on the Bounty Hunter. Get finished.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Good rotation, responsibility to the tier 1 takedown for themselves.
Yeah, it will be hard for SG right now because of that gem on Batrider. They have one ward on their side of the map, and that's it.
A lot of playing from the Shadow Blade. ADR side of things. Dragonlance he net worth. Taking for his own resolution the Alchemy prizes he. I gotta say, like, he's not as far ahead as you expect most alchemists. You can't really blame him after the tussles that had gone for. Now they are going for a new one here. Mid lane. Out and they look for blood.
Can they catch Misery? Oh, Alk.
He does have to drop the ulti, but they will be able to burst right through him. That is why the Alchemist is not super far ahead.
Immediate response from Thunderbirds, another smoke. They want to catch a kill. Alk will be back in 30 seconds with BOTs. If they find someone with a lasso, they can still push some towers.
my thanks.
Migrate. Maybe it helps someone else to come to the lane. For the time being, SGD are going to control most of the map. Playa.
Yeah, there is one ward again from SG deep. They need to place different wards, not like what you usually place them because of that early gem pickup from Moon.
Okay. Easily Resolution gets spotted out and ripped to shreds. The ulti, but the Ursa just does so much good.
Well, this Ursa, a really unorthodox build on him. First he went for a Blink Dagger, then lost it, then went for Mask. This is what good players do, like he adapts to a situation. Like he needed a Mask to kill the Roche there, then gets a Blink obviously, and now with that Shadow Blade he has enough kill potential to actually take down Alchemist alone.
Yeah, Alchemist I don't think is a lot of those side pushes without at least having the intel to know if it's safe or not. Now becoming Shadow Blade. Almost would be kind of daunting to imagine how good he would be doing if he did not lose the dagger. It was already an extra item ahead of this. But hey, maybe it was attack. You know, hand over the Blink Dagger, make Thunderbirds feel good about themselves, feel good about having an Alchemist so farm, and then you just take all that net worth away.
Well, yeah, well, it's SG. I mean, they are the taunt kings, so.
Right. Thunderbirds though are going.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Head into side.
Well, the thing about using scan is you know something is up. Like if you see the enemy use scan, you know they're either afraid of farming, so they know you're up to something, and if you're not, then they're hunting you. That's it. So the immediate response from SG, they just went back to the left, just hide in the forest.
They are taking to their secret shop hot. A lot of folks across the valley on one side. High ground. Right. Fight could be approaching. Spotted on the other end. They're going to have to force out a CMP. Now ADR is going to be popping the Metamorphosis, and they look to take it towards the T-Birds here. But it's an awkward approach. It looks like T-Birds may decide to turn and run. Now that they see the Metamorph already committed, they could avoid this fight and reapproach after not spending any.
Yeah, meta was used and Stampede, so cooldown 2 minutes on meta, and they know Roche can be up pretty soon, so they just instantly went back. SG wants to make the most out of it, just trying to push the mid tower.
And it will earn them at least the tier 1 takedown, it looks like. It's not as nice as being able to swing through a good fight and capitalize on all the benefits that they're after, but nice job stepping away from a hostile environment. Now can be fresh to take a new fight on their team.
Yeah, interesting build on Weeha. He decides to go for Aghanim Scepter. Most of the time people don't go for it. When you have Alken team, you're gonna get it eventually if the game prolongs. But he thought that it's needed. They want to fight as much as they can. That's 40 seconds cooldown, and it gives him a good HP boost.
I would agree with you. Funky pickup. I see it a lot on Paints who felt pretty heavy in either split pushing or de-pushing lanes when heavily pressured from them. But here it allows Thunderbirds an opportunity to take more fights more often. I mean, if you look at all of their cooldowns, they are pretty low. Lasso, Blue, take the longest time to at least have everything good to go. And just fight up this approach. And now it's inside the pit. And to do anything about it, Stampede call will be there. As maybe they saw Moon take this guy to narrowly avoid a lasso play. Now it half of its life. It's taken a little while here. And now the tracks are starting to come out from SG. The jump in is there. It's KingRD connection onto 2. Meanwhile, HFN just quickly rips apart Misery. Now they're going to be making a move for resolution. He does beat up the frantic mana. Weehaw with a pretty good sonic wave, but KingRD does get saved. Brave now has to step back on out, and it's going to be HFN moving into the pit and taking it for himself. It looks like Thunderbirds have just been fully down their own pit. SG have taken it.
Oh, Moon is in, but alright, he has 4 stuff ready. Good timing on that SG. I mean, they even wasted the Centaur's Stampede before to run away. I mean, there was no real threat, but still they managed to take a good fight with a good grave, and the Centaur can just go in with these items, pipe and 4 staff. He doesn't think he can die at this moment, especially when there is a Dazzle standing behind you.
Casual sonic wave to slow down the push from SG here. For this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Was Metamorph also wasn't even there?
Yeah, Lincoln Sphere and Aegis on Terrorblade. Lincoln Sphere, obviously, because of the Bat Rider, so he can't initiate on him. And if he wants to initiate, he has to commit 4 staff, then he's pretty much useless. And it's good against Queen of Pain for like using the Yule Scepter when he tries to run. And that's it. I mean, good pickup. Yeah.
Having to fight through a Lincoln, Brave, and a Sun is very, very tough. Terrorblade now with what feels like multiple lives. One is hard. Here comes Thunderbirds. Come right back. Move. Skies. Right there though! He is able to get off the lasso and pull him back, but is he pulling him into his own trouble? He will make it to the low ground, leaving him away. But we're not done there. Walk on in. Now T4T can get the Dazzle down. They will force out his grave, but he could still take it down. He will possibly tries to go for TP out. Weehaw in a bit of trouble, but there goes the root from Stoxa. Narrowly able to save him. Misery tries to get off the death board, but he gets taken down shortly after that. And now the T-Birds are on the run towards their high ground and towards their shrine.
Yeah, they managed to take down Centaur before the fight started, so Centaur had to commit to a buyback. Good initiation there, double stun, but the big overgrowth saved the Weehaw and the resolution from dying there.
He was very patient with it. He saw Stoxa kind of running down the Dazzle and could have preemptively popped it at that point, but was still not looking like easy fights for them. SG even a little bit out of position for that once. Kind of fed off. Yes, it did cost KingRD a buyback, but I don't imagine there's going to be too much high ground pressure to pick up from Thunderbirds in the near future. But who knows? I could be eating my words.
Yeah, the item progression on Terrorblade becomes insane. At this point, he has the same amount of net worth as Alk. That shouldn't happen, but those 2 kills from Ursa on Resolution really crippled Alchemist's farm.
4, 4, and 8. Alk was bullied quite a bit. Yeah, being able to kind of maintain map vision close to that critical point where he can hand off maybe an axe to the tree. It's happening.
Oh, HFN in trouble.
Oh! Walks himself right in the moon. He's able to shrug off the lasso and gets a few slashes in, but it's not going to be good enough. Down to step 4 and gives up a pretty good Maledict. They turn it around. It looks like they may be able to blast right through the bear. Resolution comes in and helps with a few chops, and KingRD should be next. He tries to go for a stop TD. They get him with the right back down. Maybe a bit overzealous this time and not anticipating the approach of Thunderbirds, but they are there with numbers and they fend off.
Yeah, that Shadow Blade is really paying off in the past 15 minutes. He went for Midas, which allowed him to farm fast Aghanim Scepter after that, but they need to be more careful because of that gem on Bat Rider.
Radiant's top
This
tower
bottom
is
lane
under
is
attack.
Resolution possibly spotted out, but
Radiant structures are fortified.
whereas without Metamorphosis catches. moving right through.
Radiant's top tower
He has
is
a
under
Lotus
attack.
Orb queued up next. An extra defensive layer on top of someone like HFN or even ADR.
Yeah, but that Lotus Orb, if you get like coconut return, that would be awesome in a team fight.
It's easy to see. I mean, it's a slower projectile, so you can see it coming and reflect it right back, and that will that will cause chaos amongst the Thunderbirds. Yeah, baby. I would love it. We'll need a little bit more. Opportunity to still grind through their way of far. We still have Roche roll for us here. More comfort for Thunderbirds. Still hold on to pretty much most of the map vision. They have that gem still for Boone and a bit more comfortable moving.
Yeah, those Bat Riders don't usually get that gem before Force Staff, but Moon thought it's a good idea to invest before it, and it's really paying off on top lane.
Spotted. They have their own gem that's in the pocket of King RD, and already it may have paid for itself. A sweet little pickup on Saksa, who's simply trying to provide a bit of intel for the team. Allow now SG an opportunity to invade. Scout out the jungle of Thunderbirds and plant probably a few wards themselves. I see a pocket of them.
Worthy tribute.
Thunderbird.
Radiant's middle
How
tower is
confident would
under
you be in
attack.
Thunderbirds in like a high ground defense?
They have a good high ground. Acid Spray, Treant Protector heal, Coconuts, Queen of Pain ulti with low cooldown, also Bat Rider, it's really hard to push. Glyph.
For SG to break through that, and they have to work around those precious timings too. They have to make sure that when they have those windows to move in and try to seal out solid high ground push, they have to make sure they get it done. You can't move in and like half-ass a tier 3 because you have the Treant Protector on the other. No real, you know, unhealable damage.
Yes, SG, what they want to do is try to get a pick off with that Ursa Shadow Blade, just to devour everything they see, but I don't think they will commit to a push before Roche, commit to a tier 3 push before the Roche. I mean, it's the third Roche, it's Aegis plus Cheese. But as if they wait too long, it might not favor them, because, I mean, you're playing against Alchemist, there are still 3 Aghanim Scepters and Moon Shards to give to your team.
Scout out the Roche, head to the other side. It would be down south at the moment. Ward. Their own ward down. Scouting now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not finding anyone. Pressure with tier 2 in the bottom lane. Birds may just try to see if they can pull off
Dire's bottom tower
going for any
has
sort of
fallen.
base race opportunity. Ping is there. ADR is moving forward. Metamorph is
Dire's
going to
bottom
fit it.
tower is under attack.
Now they're making a move in. Maybe seeing if they can force a lift to start things out. King RD, good double stun. Now the lead comes out. ADR can begin to go to work as he already has the Metamorph out ready to play. Resolution looking to charge up forward. Can he get the stun? Yeah.
No.
We'll get fended. He got the stun off, it just didn't land.
Well, that's the thing about pushing against Treant Protector. They committed Metamorphosis. It's still half duration, but you can't do anything else right now. I mean, the Treant will heal the tower, and you have to go back.
And now Thunderbirds, I don't know if they have smoke available to them, but they could look to take a pick and follow it up with a Roche objective, because Metamorph is curious if they feel comfortable enough to play. I feel like Weehaw's confidently looking for any sort of scouting opportunity. Headed out the other direction and are already hanging around the Roche spot. Scan will read. Know that.
It's still not up. Well, this favors more the longer the Roche respawns. It favors more SG because of that Metamorphosis cooldown.
Very turtle. Take fights when they are not comfortably ready. Restrut their way. Kind of hard for them to just casually throw the resolution. Someone to siege away. Battered so bad.
Yeah, it's a.
Be the best opportunity to kind of take their own fight. I'll take that.
They're just waiting for those Aghanim Scepters. They're really in no rush. There is enough gold to buy Aghanim Scepter right now, but he needs to save for a buyback. So he's not gonna buy it yet.
Way down that mid lane, but the Roach is already up and SG are already in the pit. Thunderbirds could push down mid lane and then bank to the right and scout out what's happening here. It looks like the illusions are already going inside. Things are gonna get spotted. Are they gonna move on over and try to stop them? No. He gets a finish and pocket.
Cheese on TB and Aegis on Ursa. Or not, no, sorry. It's Aegis and Cheese on TB, yeah. Well, it seems like MKB is becoming a real popular item. I will have to ask Nahaz about MKBs like before a few patches ago, before Solar Crest became so popular.
Wave push pressure towards the bottom lane. Hit HFN a little bit. Way down, but so walk right. Thunderbird stalling things out. We could looking to clash while this Aegis is.
Oh, Misery is just hiding in the trees, plus Saksa as well. Oh, this could go bad for them. If they take Treant Protector out, they could push really easily. Where's that gem? Oh, Misery is being spotted out.
Misery, run back in the other direction. He does have a TP.
So it's Saksa.
Oh, and they're both going to be able to make it out. So close, but not get the catch. Meanwhile, Weehaw pressuring bottom lane. He already has a creep wave heading into the high ground.
Radiant's top
As long as he sees no one rotating over, he'll begin to soften up that tier. Now for the highest right-click protection, but enough working that look how low this tier is already at.
Yeah, he almost took it down with that 5 extra armor from AC.
They're looking for him.
Whoa.
He's still here hiding between them. I don't know if he's hoping for a snipe play onto the bounty hunter, or if he's waiting for the next wave to take out.
He doesn't have enough damage to take down Bounty Hunter.
Ping him though. Alright, good pressure coming in. SG are not going to be as proactive. Probably like, but this lane still pushed pretty far forward. It looks in that direction.
Yeah, SG doesn't want to wait anymore. Terrorblade has 5 slots with Aegis, has a Daedalus ready. When you build a Daedalus on Terrorblade, you say, I'm going all in, I want to finish the game right now, have as much damage as possible.
High ground defense. Spam everything out that they want. Pipe has been popped already though, and DR tries to soften up the tower, but already look at the damage he's been eating a bit. Forced to step back a bit and popped, but really just gets like a few shots in on that tower. Nothing impressive at the moment. This Metamorph is going to be ended.
It seems pretty impossible for SG to push right now. This is how good. This is how good high ground defense they have.
Great fighting lineup of being
Invisibility.
Yeah. Trying to take a fight outside the base. Job though, they wait. Favorable. He's got the active scepter. Eyes of the forest are going to be. Wow, what kind of options they have? Quelling blade.
Yeah, definitely. Probably Bounty Hunter or Dazzle.
Confident Weehaw moves right into the fight. Comes there. Follow up. Nice lasso pullback. We're going to get the finish on the BH, and they will be able to do so. Good casual pick, and Thunderbirds are to push on forward with their advantage. Bounty Hunter's out of this. 40 seconds he had.
A little bit of misplay from SG. If they managed to stun that Queen of Pain, maybe they could have been burst her down with Ursa, but there was Treant Protector there.
Oh, Resolution walks in and he gets a good handshake and welcome as he gets brought down almost to death, but he gets the Force Staff. Now they're looking to chase him down with the Stampede, but he's still alive and well. The Octarine Core and the ulti just regenning his way back up. As we try to be the gatekeepers on this one. Meanwhile, it is going to be King Guardian chasing down Saksa. Not enough for a finish yet. Two different pursuits are still happening here. HFN trying to chase down anyone he can, but the birds are fine and they make it. That was just a hard shot to the face as Resolution tried to ascend through the staircase there. They get some decent damage on the tier. Obviously, nothing too. That fight broke out.
Yeah, it's hard to take down that Alk right now. The armor, 34 armor, just regenerating from Octarine Core Radiance, Shiva's Guard, just to keep him more alive.
Fight coming out from Thunderbirds. They get a good kidnapping here, a pullback onto King RD, and they get the finish. Revolution and a Death Ward, they certainly will.
And they lost the gem.
Gem down, a
Whoa.
Centaur down. He has no buyback. There's no Stampede. Thunderbird.
Feels like SG have a hard time controlling them in a team fight. When they stun someone with a Centaur, that hero pretty much dies, but that's their only stun. I mean, Dazzle and Bounty Hunter don't provide any stuns. With one Force Staff, two Force Staffs on the side of Thunderbirds, they can easily kite around.
Abyssal's coming soon for the Ursa. Helps a little, but got a little ways to go. We hope as much. They send him to the high ground. Saksa gets spot up with Bounty Hunter, and now his team's going to follow it up, but ADR is also here to swing a bit. Bounty Hunter's going to be going down first, so they look to put their attention onto the Terrorblade. Can they get him out? This could be devastation for ADR and for SG if he does go down, but looks like he is going to be able to step away. Metamorph come off cooldown now.
Aghanim Scepter is finished on Centaur. I don't know, level 20, if he gets to level 25 with that return aura, that could be big. Also, Queen of Pain is getting to level 25 really soon. 70% spell lifesteal. I mean, the other option on Queen of Pain is just, I don't know who's making up these talents, but this one makes no sense. Like, no cooldown on Shadow Strike. So.
What does that mean? You're just casting it over and over and over?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't stack, so you just cast 5 Shadow Strikes, I guess. I don't know what's the logic behind it. But with spell lifesteal, Mjolnir, pretty popular build. I mean, when you have Mjolnir on yourself, it looks like you have Satanic. That's how much you regen.
Power. Weehaw with that. 1/4. pressure's coming from it. Top lane, we already see reinforcements. Getting the trickle in here for Thunderbirds.
Yeah, also there's a Witch Doctor, Aghanim Scepter bought from his friend. Nice present there. Overgrowth with Witch Doctor ulti could be huge wombo.
Pops the tree ulti here, trying to see where the eyes are at the moment. They are using the force staff to slide through the trees and get those eyes down. Now they're going to step off a bit. Pressure through that top lane. Because bottom's coming in. Steps off to take care of that one. Be able to get down, you know, pull a nice little... Not really able to get to push the envelope. And as this game starts moving into that late gaming period, I'm not too favorable this.
Yeah, that's correct. Another Aghanims is gonna come on Batrider pretty soon. Yeah, he has enough gold already. Mjolnir finished on V.
He can even still receive later too.
Yeah,
Pick up Swiftfoot and connect with back power off the towers.
Terrorblade, yeah, Terrorblade gave cheese away to Ursa. I mean, he has problems with his slots right now. He already sold Dragonlance. What he wants to buy is MKB for that Radiance and Solar Crest against the Treant Protector.
Got a ways to go though. Pocket up money for your fighting too. Back to pushing out their mid lane once again, and the cycle does continue. Take pressure off the top and mid. Thunderbirds take the bottom lane. Illusions and forcing edges. But they have been able to move on in and find a small window of time with a short Roche timer to be able to move and grab the Aegis here.
Yeah, it looks like SG is from Switzerland and not from Brazil. Look, two cheeses ready.
I like that. Riha is going to be able to farm his way through the nearby camp and just maintain the order of this game. Thunderbirds would just play the economy one. Not sure what the drastic play is going. Some sort of smoke movement, a call out for an Aghanim Stampede running over mountain with fun approach here.
Yeah, maybe that, but they need to be careful for buybacks. Who has a buyback? Misery, everyone pretty much has a buyback. Yeah. Besides Treant. That's a third, fourth staff, so they can really kite around that Ursa. Just force you back like 3000 range. Or what they can do when they're sieging the base, when SG is sieging the base, just use lasso and just triple 4 staff to tier 4 towers.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. A little bit of a pause. It seems that their mouse issue. Well, as time here. First game of the day already turning out to be quite a long one. Surprise, of course. Terribly kind of a game, but ahead. For those of you who don't know, this is full US East server agreed upon ahead of time. If you didn't already notice, we do have one. Bravo decided to step out, so the offense brought in a substitute from Midas Club Elite that Thunderbirds. Here we are, the game is back underway, and let's see who'll be able to kind of move on forward and take the...
Yeah, I wonder what Terrorblade is gonna get rid of. Probably that Lincoln Sphere to get that MKB. Also, he's saving a point at level 25. Plus 15 stats is pretty much what people always go for, because either you win a team fight, it's not like you're gonna use those Thunders, but this game it's really good because you have Dazzle behind you, so the cooldown is, let me just check, 10 seconds, yeah, so you can swap like twice, even 3 times in a fight. And they're in.
Now they're in for it. Metamorph is already there. At the same moment, Thunderbirds, though, are also doing their own high ground push. Weeha's already got the tier 3 down, and he's going to be making his way in for the back. So he's already in order for Thunderbirds to keep back in the lane. Goes in, Infinity Missile blade. They turn their focus onto him. They can't quite burst him down yet. Nice setup with the root. Pipe was already popped. Now the death port's going to be coming out from the far backline is Misery. Dishing away some heavy physical burns. It's going to be onto the Terrorblade. He is going to be able to get the Sunder off at the last second. Now turns it onto Misery. He is able to bring him down. Resolution forced to step back. Pops the Schema. Turns him back with a stun. Deflected from the Lincoln.
Oh, double lasso.
From Moon gets a double lasso pullback. But a clutch Graven's there. He gets up a new Sunder and ADR holds strong. What an unbelievable Sunder turnaround once again. Steps away. The Abyssal's going to be there up for Resolution. They're looking to get him. Another Sunder comes out. Barely gives them a little bit of extra life, but now they put their focus onto the Alchemist. King RD is going to be finished off, and Thunderbirds get the hold onto SG, and they wipe out the Thunderbird, or they wipe out the Terrorblade. There's the Agent, second life for HFN. He does manage to blink out to the side, but eventually Thunderbirds will be able to swarm on in and get their finish. It doesn't even cost the Thunderbirds a buyback on this one.
No one bought back.
They were able to just manipulate the fight and step off and play that so beautifully defensively. I was sure that after that second Sunder, it was going to be over for them, but they held on.
2 shrines popped, Alki region, Witch Doctor, also Treant Protector had a 5-man overgrowth, just forced himself in from behind. It really looked promising for SG with those Thunders. He didn't have MKB last fight. This fight might look different. What Terrorblade can buy right now, he already has a Moon Shard, Boots of Travel. He needs to work towards that refresher orb for that double meta.
Radiant's middle tower is
Nice
under
high ground
attack.
report early, but he was spotted.
I am ever so good. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Now come down the mid lane. They had already wiped out that top lane with that split pressure coming in from Weeha, and now they're looking for a bit of more. To the high ground they go. Jumping King RD. Popped. There's the move for Moon. Grab a hold of just one for this one. But King RD keeps his speed, gets into the grave, and then first down the dash. He's going to take out this one, and now jumping comes out from HFN. Can he get the first power onto Resolution? No, yet again. He will get forced away, saved, pops out his ulti. Weeha on the other side blasting forward with the Sonic Wave. Double buybacks are going to be forced out now from SG, trying to hold the line. Can they do it? ADR puts his focus onto Weeha, but there's another force to the low ground, and he's quickly able to make it out. The survivability of the Thunderbirds has been ridiculous in this game.
Yeah, they're just kiting around. They got only Misery. They've lost tier 3 tower and Rax is on top. And Thunderbirds are ready to go in 20 seconds. Misery is gonna be up minus 40 seconds on talent tree. They're really good to go. Metamorphosis is gonna go down in 15 seconds. So Thunderbirds will just continue pressuring.
While they wait for that cooldown, they will heal up as much as possible. Toxa just continuing to make out all those eyes all over the place. And now they look to make the move in. More 4-step saves come out. King RD says we gotta go in. Stampede's on forward, but Thunderbird just as fast pull away. Right to jump in lasso. It's gonna be a grab for the bounty hunter. He gets hit with an early grave. C14 jumping from King RD, and now ADR wants to walk in and do it melee style, and they are able to get the burst onto Weeha, who does decide to buy back. And Thunderbird's gonna be looking to go for the finish on this one. King RD and ADR have to head back inside, but Resolution has already made his move, and they get the Abyssal connection, looking to go for the Dazzle, and he is gone. No grave save is going to be there for you, King RD or ADR, but can they fight their way through it? They are going to be able to get the Saksa tree down, and they're chasing out for Resolution here. Pops the little Sunder, heal on up to top. Waiting on the outside for 15 seconds. Lasso. He's not right back in. Dropping up. Rax.
Terrorblade.
Dropped. ADR still holding on best as he can. He needs 30 more seconds before Venom gets off the new Thunder, but that's immediately when they make the move to go for the lasso. Stampede damage reduction is going to be there for King. They try to get him with the pop, but it's not going to be enough. He will be taken down. He does have a buyback. King RD has just died back. Is going to be out of this one for 100 seconds. And this is going to be what is the final hurrah for SG. HFN and ADR head right back in after they just lose one Rax. Not forced to the high ground for Misery. Everybody from Thunderbirds quickly pieces out. It looks like a big win for them. They make a commanding charge in this one. It's going to be SG lose another set.
Yeah, but this game is still not over. Radiant managed to kill the bottom Raxes, what's left of it, and the Shrine on the bottom as well. Meanwhile, while Thunderbirds were taking the Raxes on mid. Still, it's not over. Queen of Pain bought back last fight, so she will go all in with the items. There it is, MKB is finished. They need to try get hands on that Treant Protector before the fight starts. Just try to wrap around.
Bad do you think for SG though? Saying it's still not over, they still got to fight. I imagine it's pretty critical if they're able to sneak Aegis, that will help keep their head afloat, but Thunderbirds are playing so well that we haven't been able to see them get caught in any sort of risky positions. We'll see if I end up eating my words. Very down that mid lane to try to get a war planted, but looks punished for it. Great, but just hurry up and die. They wait for the grave to end and they'll be able to beat him apart. Dazzle out 70 seconds without a buyback is pretty unfortunate. Just a sacrifice he made to get that ward down.
Yeah, and they're on bottom, but there isn't any like big item coming from SG right now. There's no Hex, something they really need to disable. Roche is up.
All the way out for that bottom lane. That's it. Guys already inside of it going to work. Be able to head in that direction or give it a look. Be able to take care of this one pretty fast.
Yeah, Weeha will pick it up because his buyback is on cooldown. There's She's as well.
Alright, SG. Lives. Game. Float, but test. As Thunderbirds draw out their plan to their way through the bottom lane. Probably go game number one is best of 3. Thunderbirds over a 30K. Eyes. Get enough out so that they can smoke up. Yes. Led their way through their own jungle, but no one from
My thanks.
They need to do something. They will lose eventually if they stand in the base.
Okay, this is a better approach for SG if they were hoping to get some action. They're heading right on through towards Misery's position. Missed him.
Oh, Batrider TPing.
Back that way. Be able to spot Moon here.
There's no Treant to this fight. If they make a good engage, this could be good for SG.
He's out of this one, and now it's going to be for a lead move up from Weevil. He's dishing up the huge damage and is able to get that takedown of a Terrorblade out of this one without a buyback. Oh man, SG, it looked like they were going to be able to get a good T-bone fight right on the side of Thunderbirds, but even though they lose resolution at the start, they are overpowered. Now it's very bad for SG. They're going to be having to do this one without their Terrorblade.
It's impossible to defend without Terrorblade.
Oh, HFN moves in. A few casual slashes, but he's quickly the one. Looking to go for the finish. hits him up with the Sonic Wave. That's the end of the RD. That's the end of this game. A long-winded fight, nearly an hour to get it done.
Radiant's middle
It's going to be
barracks are
Thunderbirds
under
who play
attack.
game number 1.
Radiant's middle is falling. Dire victory.
Good game indeed. I mean, the Ursa lost his Blink Dagger, don't forget that, and they managed to drag the game for the next, 45 minutes.